Hey, it's your girl Tamara and I am back, and in this video we're doing a white paper case study on Reesa Teesa and how she has gone viral and hacked the TikTok algorithm, and she has overflowed. It's all over Facebook, it's on Instagram, it's on YouTube, and everyone is talking about who the F did I murder. And I am sitting here with my years of sales, marketing, and leadership experience and breaking down exactly what she did with her storytelling so that you can do the same thing in your business, your content creation, your marketing. Okay, again, my name is Tamara Hamilton and I have multiple degrees in sales and marketing, and also many years of experience in sales, marketing, and leadership, both online and offline. I live for marketing. I live for stories like this. And so I always have fun coming and breaking them down. You can see other videos on my channel where I do this with different things that are trending on social media. And in this case, we are breaking down Reesa Teesa and who the F did I marry. Now, I have a couple other videos that are on here. I will link those in the comments below. This is actually the second time I recorded this. I have no idea what happened to the 10-minute recording I just did, but we're just gonna go with it because I am glowing and my skin looks good. Okay, so I've got a list here of 12 things. I am going to list them off and then I will be back and break them down one by one. I might do 3 or 4 in each video or 1 in each video. We never know how this is going to go. I know in previous videos I've talked about things like how she left breadcrumbs and Easter eggs to create suspense. You will hear that in this list. We talk about in the other video the title and the hook and how important they are. So make sure you go back and watch them. They will be below in the comments. So number 1 on my list of things that she did right was she told a very personal story in a personal and relatable way. It feels like you are sitting across the table from a good friend and you're like, girl, no, he didn't, right? You are just shocked. Like, I've seen the videos. Y'all have been cleaning, doing laundry, and you have been hooked to it like it is a serial, a serial episode, not C-E-R-E-L-A, like serial, right? A series, like you're watching Days of Our Lives, All My Children, Young and the Restless, right? Like the podcast Serial. I was hooked on that when it first came out and getting Anon free, right? So that is how y'all are watching this, and that is definitely how we know we are definitely justified in doing this breakdown and this analysis, because she is doing some excellent storytelling, and that begins with the title and the hook, and also with telling a very personal story in a personable and relatable way that a lot of people can understand. I saw an influencer on Instagram post about, oh, she knew that man was lying, but he was paying the bills. And somebody in the comments said, hey, but we've all been played by a clown before. And I felt that. I've been talking to my friends about that all day, because we all have, right? And you get to an age and you get to a point where you can admit that without shame, because it happens to everybody. And the people who say it don't, they lying to you. So she tells a very personal story in a very personal and relatable way. And she's very personable. You feel like you're talking to a friend. You know her, right? She also has a very engaging and conversational tone. A friend said that, she tagged me and she was saying how she reminds her of someone else we know. And she said, yeah, and I could definitely see and hear Tamara in her. Not necessarily the story, but hey, I got some clowns in my past that we don't talk about Hades. No, we don't talk about Bruno, right? But it's the conversational and engaging tone. This is what I do for a living. Clearly, she does too when you look at her account. 3 days ago, I saw somebody posted she was at 64,000. Last I looked earlier today, she was at 1.3 million. Yesterday, she was at over 600,000. So her account is growing really rapidly, and for good reason. And that's why we're going through this list, because girl is on the move. Okay, so it's a very engaging and conversational tone, right? So I talk about in that previous video about how it sounds like a Tyler Perry movie. Every time I hear who the F did I marry? I think about the Tyler Perry movie, Why Did I Get Married? So it sounds very familiar, but then she tells the story. It's like, you know those movies where they have the narrator narrating the story and you fall in love with them even though you don't necessarily see their face? That's how it feels, but you get to see her face and you see her in her car, you see her in her bathroom, everyday situations. So again, it feels like you are talking to a friend even on FaceTime, right? It's a very detail-oriented and descriptive story, which adds credibility to it, right? And I think I'm like, I don't know if she learned that from The Pathological Liar or if she, you know, that's just a talent and a skill set of hers, but she does a great job of giving the details, which helps keep you intrigued and help keep you engaged, right? There's a lot of emotional depth and honesty. She admits her shortcomings where she should have seen the red flag when her tire went flat when they were going on a date, right? So there's a lot of emotional depth that, again, you can relate to and you can feel that emotion. And I love that she's telling it from a healed version of herself, rather herself that's still in it and hurt and unhealed, because then the story could go a completely different direction and she wouldn't have the endearment and the support that she has online. So that is definitely a key learning, is to tell your story, but tell it from the healed version of it being behind you. It's not always a good thing to tell it while you're in the thick of it, right? She also incorporates her inner dialogue and her inner thoughts. Again, that's that narration piece that I should have known better. That's I should have seen the red flags. That is important to the story. That helps people get to that point where they can support you, they can be on your side, and they can become a part of your community. Because at the end of this, she is building community. This is not just about storytelling. This is not just about healing. It's about impacting people and building community as well. She also gives reflective insights and educational intent. She has stated that her whole purpose was, this is behind her, but she's here to help someone else learn from her benefits. And she uses suspense and dramatic flair. You know, it reminds me of Traders. One of the things I love about their episodes is how they always end on a cliffhanger. You don't know who was fictionally unalived until the next episode, or if they took the invite to become a trader. And I love that, because at the end of every episode, I'm sitting there like, I need the next episode. I'm ready for the next episode. But I will talk about the Zeiger effect in that video when I break down this one, because this is a huge and important piece of what she did, right? She is also being very authentic and vulnerable. It takes a lot of vulnerability to get on TikTok, because y'all know how people can be. And she is being very vulnerable and telling something that a lot of people would have a lot of shame and a lot of hurt about. And so kudos to her for doing that. And I think she is definitely going to be handsomely rewarded for that. She's also very educational and empowering with her message and leveraging the social media dynamic. So I'm going to come back and I'm going to break down each one of these with some more steps for you to really create this blueprint and hopefully duplicate a lot of her success. And remember, you probably won't duplicate her exact success. Somebody will take her success and go even bigger with it, right? But for most of us, it's just, if we can get a little fraction of that and have this blueprint and keep getting better and better and better, we will eventually get there, right? And so I will come back and break down each one of these. And you want to make sure that you hit that little plus sign. And I want to follow me so you don't miss it. And then I want to hear from you in the comments, which of these do you most resonate with and are ready to run with in your business, in your content creation, your journey, and share. I have a friend who's like, I think it's time for me to tell my story, right? And I think that's great. Everyone should tell stories. And that is how you beat the algorithm in 2024. I've been telling y'all this. You have to get really good at storytelling. And this case is proof of that.